Good morning, New Canoe Nation, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ICast 2022 here in the wonderful New Canoe booth in Orlando, Florida. If you guys missed it, yesterday we did a build-off. Fletch Griffin from Westbrook Supply Co., Romel Labrador from California, Wizard Works. They decked out 2 kayaks. That video is posted on our Facebook, our YouTube, and I believe it's on the stories, right, where people can vote, or you can vote on that video that we posted up yesterday. So that way we're going to see who's the winner. We're going to get some more detailed walkthroughs of those 2 rigs later today. If you guys didn't see the schedule for today, it's up on the screen right now if you guys are watching live. So we got Brian Connolly to my right now. We're going to get a little intro to ICast, overview, what his role in New Canoe is, if you guys aren't familiar with him. 11 o'clock, we're going through the Quick Connect system with Blake. And then we got Fishing Out of the Flint at 1 with John Ost. And then 2 o'clock will be Romel talking about his EPS build and going through details with that. And then 4 o'clock, we'll go through the XI3 build with Fletch Griffin. And that's when we'll tally up all the votes, announce the winner of the build-off. And super cool rigs. If you guys haven't seen them yet, definitely go watch that video because it's something you guys are going to want to see. But we got some exciting things here. So this is a little intro. Brian Connolly to my right here has been working with New Canoe for quite a bit, and now you're full-time. So why don't you give us a little background on you, man? Like, how'd you get involved with New Canoe? And then what kind of your role is now and how that evolution has been and why you're full-time now, man.
Yeah. So my story with New Canoe, I enjoyed it a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. I came from like the Portland area and I moved up to Bellingham where the headquarters is.
Sure.
And when I did that, I was going back to college, but I saw that New Canoe, they weren't even hiring. I don't think, like, maybe there was like an intern position that was like closed before that. Like,
sure.
I called in and I got told like they weren't hiring, but Blake happened to walk by when I was on the phone with Donna at the time. And she says something to him and I was like, hey, like, who'd you just talk to? She's like, oh, it's Blake, the owner. I'm like, can I get his email? And
Sure.
I was like shot in the dark, right? But I got it. And I harassed Blake. Like, it was a restraining order or a job. I was pretty sure by the end of it. And he found some position for me. Like, I think when I first got on, it was like an internish type position.
Sure.
Doing like special projects. Like, I think I was doing like metrics on emails. Like, it was like Blake's like, hey, let's see what this guy can do. Just put him in the corner so he stops calling me.
Sure.
Yeah. So I worked my way through that. Brought in like social media, a couple other responsibilities. And currently what we have going on is so I'm the general manager up in Washington. So we manage the shop. We do a couple other things, marketing manager, and it's been a lot of fun. A really cool ride, and it's exciting part of the team, man.
Well, it's cool too because we recently did a podcast with Blake, right, where you guys got a new headquarters in Bellingham, which is exciting. It's got you guys a lot more space, a lot more. I shouldn't say a lot more, but a few more employees.
Yep.
Shipping's more efficient, and you guys are just cranking things out up there, which is super cool.
Yeah, it's honestly, we had the 2 shops before, so we're kind of split up. Our showroom area was more a couple blocks away.
Okay.
And now we can kind of put everything under one roof. It's not fully finished yet, but it's coming along pretty well. Like, it gives us a lot more opportunity when people ask us questions. We can just jump over to the boats.
Sure.
Give people photos, answer questions right away. It's a good thing, man.
No, it's super cool, man. So, now that you're in this full-time position role, like, what are your plans for New Canoe? What do you see you accomplishing, pushing forward for the end user, the people, that are using these kayaks and all the accessories?
Yeah. So I have a lot of goals there. Like, I'm excited to be part of the journey. And one of the main things I want to see is a lot more kind of showcasing of that end user, like being able to like put yourself in the experience of the photos we use, the stories we tell,
Sure.
and be able to get some faster times on that. So like people calling with questions or anything like that, and really being able to give that personal touch in the shop and connecting like that shop, what we do and what the end user does, and putting those together for the shop guys to see and for those people on the water to see back.
Well, and it's interesting, right? Like we had a conversation last night at dinner, talking about, the photos and stuff you're looking for, like on Instagram to use for Instagram and things like that. And it's all connectivity to bring people into the sport of kayaking or kayak fishing, right? So, which is super cool that you're taking that approach, being one of the marketing guys.
Yeah, no, it is really cool. And like, our main thing again is to like have the photo. You can see yourself in that experience, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe like it's a launch pic, and then the fusion seat's turned a little bit, and it's open and inviting, and you can like step into that photo. And like, don't get me wrong, man. Like the grip and grins, you're holding up your new PB and showing off. Like those are good photos.
Yeah,
I love them. Like, but,
who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah. So it's great, but it's great to get a mixture, pull things in. But anything that can tell a story in a photo, that you want to step in and be part of that journey. That's the bread and butter, man. Like that's the stuff I love.
Heck yeah. No, I love it, man. It's exciting that we got some fresh new blood in the office, and that's no knock against Blake at all, but it's one of those things from the business aspect, right? Like bringing in those new fresh ideas and continuing to evolve as a company and make things better for the dealers, the end users, and just people in general in the sport.
Yeah. No, it's been a good ride.
Super cool, man. Well, I know this is your first ICast, so what's first impressions, man? What did you expect and what didn't you expect in your overall concept of it?
Honestly, so far I'm pretty blown away. I've been to a trade show for other industries, nothing on this scale. It's pretty crazy, man. Honestly,
Sure.
What blew me away, the live bass. The fact that there's like a tank with just live bass in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's a show about fishing. Like there's fish, right?
Sure.
But like things are just kind of the next level, next scale, and it's been really cool to go from seeing pictures of ICast to actually being here. I'm excited to see how the trade show goes today, man.
No, it's definitely unique, man. Like last year was my first year here, and worked in the New Canoe booth. Did one podcast, and now that went well last year. So now we got 20 or something stacked up for me to do here. But
yeah,
it's cool, man. It's I talked about this on my other podcast as well last week. Like a lot of people see all the photos, the videos, live shows like this coming out of ICast, and they're like, man, I wish I was there. But what they don't realize is it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
It's a grind,
Yeah.
So it's it's definitely a fun, cool, different experience. But there is the work aspect of it. But it's super cool, man. And I'm excited to have you part of the crew back in HQ. And I mean, I'm sure not a lot of people outside of like the New Canoe team or the internal staff know who you are. So it was kind of cool that we got to get you sat down and talk about, what you do and all that good stuff, man. So
yeah.
I mean, looking forward to the future and what you're doing, man. Like if there's something you could say to somebody out there, as far as like your role and what you're looking forward to, in growing New Canoe, you got any insights on that?
So I have a number of different hats within New Canoe, but something I'm really passionate about is dealer support. Like that's an area for me. Like I really want to grow in and meeting more dealers. Like
Sure.
I want, like you said, kind of behind the scenes. Like not a lot of people outside of like the immediate like New Canoe kind of family know who I am.
Sure.
That would be a big thing for me, is to grow in like in the dealer community
Yeah.
and like be able to be more present there and give more resources there for that and the local team supporting them.
Well, we were talking last night, right? Like, after dinner and stuff about one of our dealers down in Tennessee, Eastport Marina, and I was like, dude, if you ever get the chance to go visit them, it's like this beautiful place on Dale Hollow Lake, and don't miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
You'll definitely enjoy it. And we have so many dealers that are like that are in these beautiful, unique parts of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Where anytime I get to stop and visit one of them, I'm like super stoked.
Oh yeah.
So, no, it's cool, man. I'm glad you're on for the ride and all that good stuff, man. I mean, what else are you thinking you want to drop here as far as who you are and what you do with New Canoe?
Yeah, for anything else, I guess personally it's like my fishing stuff. Like I do a lot of types of fishing. I'm up from the Northwest. My main thing is fly fishing.
Yep.
So it's been really cool. There's a lot of bass guys like down here and like
Sure.
on the team involved in New Canoe.
Yep.
So that's been a really cool opportunity to grow. Like I started bass fishing more, literally with this job. And up north, there are options, but there's not tons of options. I like this season really started to dedicate some time, and I caught like a 4-pounder on the fly, and I was pretty stoked about that. Like that was kind of a big accomplishment, pulling up the new canoe experiences there.
Well, and that's a cool aspect too, right? Like everybody in the company has been in a new canoe or uses a new canoe, and they fish out of it.
Yep.
You know, for the most part, which I know you do a lot of cool fly fishing stuff up there too, because I remember a video, I think it got posted to one of the social media pages, and you were in a new canoe fly fishing up there, right? And it was a drone shot or something?
Yeah, that was 2 Mile was the name of that. Like it's a mini film we did. Yeah, that was a really cool one. We drove it in. That was like in the Adams Wilderness down in just the Washington side of like the Oregon border there.
Sure.
And it was a cool experience. We got driving a lot of miles, and they like kind of hiked it down into this like pristine.
Super cool.
Yeah.
You're mostly there, but you're doing a little bass fishing as well.
Yeah, bass. We got a crabbing up in the Puget Sound, where like we are just opened like last week, so it's kind of a later season. But we spend a lot of time crabbing off the new canoes. We take the Frontier 12s and limiteds out there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, it's a good time. We do like Friday feasts a lot.
Okay.
We do like beer Friday, and we'll pull out some crabs. Like it's a good time. Yeah.
I need to come hang out up there.
Oh yeah, open invite, man. We always got extra crab.
That's cool. That's super cool, man. So I always ask every guest on the podcast this question, and we're on kind of segments here at ICast. But you got a Frontier 12. It's rigged up tandem, fishing with dead or alive. Who's it going to be?
Lefty. Yep.
Oh, Lucky Kretsch.
Yep.
Yeah, big fly fisherman. Yeah.
He's make him cast me a fly. You know, do his like check out and watch him like catch something from it. Right there.
I love it. Yeah. I love it, man. That's a good one. That's a first. You don't get a lot of fly fishermen here, so it's cool to have a different aspect for sure.
Yeah.
So talk about that quick, right? Talk to fly fishermen. What do you like fly fishing out of it?
Honestly, I that get ready to go to pull back in any position. Thing. I can rig them up, and then I can strip them and fly fishing.
Well, it's huge when you're fly fishing, right? Because you're always stripping line in. You don't want to up on the tower that we're looking at here. You know, you free flow and be able to cast back out after you got all that line stripped back.
I really feel like we have that opportunity with the new canoe. You know, being so modular and being so customizable.
Yeah,
that I can bring him down and still have a really good boat, and I can put like an EPS motor on there, and I can give myself every opportunity I can out in the water.
I think one of the coolest things about you know, that's unique. Like you said, you could strip it down, build it back up.
That's the big thing I'm passionate about in new canoe is hearing more about like anytime we have something coming out, it's like how modular is it? Like, can it go all over the place? Like, what can it do on the boats? And like, can it be an add-on that can be like eventually added to itself in a way that can let you customize out exactly what you need?
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, man. Right on, man. Well, I'll give you a final word and let you kind of close this thing out, man. Thoughts? What should people be looking forward to coming out of the show, after the show, and all that good stuff?
Yeah, well, I would say mostly like today's all about the quick connect, right? So we're gonna be going through the boats, going through the builds. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for everything quick connect, and that's showcasing like what that modularity of new canoe can do. And like you said, man, we got a lot of podcasts coming out. It's gonna be great.
One after another. So, you know, with that said, guys, there's a schedule on the screen. The next one's going to be at 11 a.m. with Blake Young. We're going to go through the Quick Connect system. We do have a live Q&A Friday from the show after we do all these shows with Blake. So build up your questions. I know, you know, it's always good to hear from the big cheese himself, Mr. Blake Young, and you know, you guys listening and watching out there always have questions about the brand. What's new? What's coming? Like, what about this? What about that? So Stick around with us all day, guys. We will be back at 11. We got our audio issues worked out from yesterday. And again, the YouTube, shortly, our